Alright, good morning guys, good morning. This is another video. This is on day 8 of your packet, day 8. I'm going to go to number 6. It says a triangle is contained inside of a rectangle. So we have a rectangle, we have a triangle. It says what is the area that is inside the rectangle? It says that inside the rectangle but outside of the triangle. So inside the rectangle but outside of the triangle. Obviously, they don't want this area. They don't want you to include this area. So whenever you see that, you're going to have to subtract, because there's no way we can find the area of this shaded part, because there's no equation for it. So what we can do is we can find the area of the whole rectangle that includes the triangle. And we can do that by doing area is equal to base times height. All we need to know is the base of the rectangle, the rectangle. And if I want to know what the base is, well, if this is 18, well, that means this is 18. And that's the base of the rectangle. And if I want to know the height of the rectangle, well, this is the height, which is the same as this one. So those are my base and height of the rectangle, the ones that I'm going to put there. And now I need to find the area of this triangle. And the equation is, on your formula chart, you'll see this. 1/2 base times height. Or, I like to write it this way. Base times height equal to 2. And so then I have to look at just just the triangle for this equation. And so I look at my triangle, and I need a base and height. And I know my base and height must touch at a right angle, at a 90-degree angle. So if I look at this line here, this as my base, well, then my height has to be perpendicular, or it must touch at 90 degrees. If I look at this line here, and this line here, the angle created is not 90 degrees. If I look over here and look here, again, no 90-degree angle. If I look at these two, there's no 90-degree angle. So what is the height then? If this is the base, what would be the height of this triangle? Well, the height has to come, is that imaginary line, that comes from here all the way down. That's a 90-degree angle. Well, what does that measure? Well, you have it there already. If this is 15, well, then this must also be 15. And so now you have the numbers you need to input here. So this is your base times height, divided by 2. Once you have both answers, all you have to do is subtract the answers. Subtract the area of the rectangle over here minus the area of the triangle. It says, what is the total area of the figure below? Round to nearest whole number. Well, I look at this kind of figure. It has many figures inside. You need to decompose it. You need to break it down. Obviously, you can see you have a triangle here. You have a triangle over here. But this middle one, what is this four-sided figure called? Looks like a rectangle, like a square, parallelogram, trapezoid. There's all those quadrilaterals that we have. And if you look at it, this line and this line are kind of slanted, which means that this is a parallelogram. Well, how do you find the area of a parallelogram? Well, it's the same as all quadrilaterals. It's just base times height. So that one is just base times height. Just remember, your base and height must touch at a right angle. If I look at my parallelogram here, this angle here, that doesn't look like a right angle. That looks like a obtuse angle. If I look at this angle here, that's not a right angle either. It looks like an acute angle. But if I look at this line, this imaginary line coming down, that looks like it's straight. That's a right angle. That's what I'm going to use for my base and height for the parallelogram. When you see the word total, just don't forget, when you see the word total, it means add. So you're going to have to add all the areas. And don't forget, the triangle is just base times height divided by 2. Or the way the formula chart shows you, 1/2 base times height. Okay. What do you know what numbers to use? If you look at the triangle has 3 numbers. It has 4, 5, and 3. So you only need 2. That's why it says base times height divided by 2. You don't need to use 3. Ask yourself again, base and height, where do they touch that they connect at perpendicular, they make perpendicular lines? You must ask yourself, okay, is this the right angle? Is this the right angle, or is this the right angle? And where you decide, those are the 2 numbers you're going to use. And of course, if this one is, if you get the area of this triangle, well, then you have the area of this triangle, because they happen to be the same. They're congruent triangles. So once you find one, you find the other. You just add up all your areas. The area of the parallelogram, this triangle, and this one. Here. It says Rufus ate 1/4 of the pumpkin pie at the family reunion. If the pie dish was 9 inches across, what expression represents the area of the pumpkin pie remaining? Okay, so if it's remaining, when you want to know how much is left or remaining, you're gonna have to probably subtract, because it has the keyword remaining. What's left? So then you look at your equations there, because you don't have to solve it. But if you know you're gonna have to subtract, you should be able to eliminate one at least. By just knowing that if they want to know what's remaining, you should be able to cancel one of these answers out. And then area problems, we need to know the radius. So then we need to know what the radius is. We need to know, we can find the diameter. In fact, what do they give you? Well, look at the line. Is this going all the way across? You see, it is. It's touching one end and it goes all the way to the other side, and it's touching that. It's going through the center. So when it goes from one end to the other side and it goes through the center, that's called the diameter. The diameter is 9. Well, the radius, and don't forget, if this is the diameter, the radius is half of that, half of the diameter. So if the diameter is 9, well, half of that is 4.5. And don't forget the equation for the area of a circle is this: pi times radius squared, or pi times radius times radius. As you can see, we're not using diameter, we're using the R. You have it right here. The word 1/4. You have 4 quarters in a dollar. You have one of them. So if you have a dollar, you have 4 out of 4 because you have 4 quarters. But you have 1/4. So that means that you have 1 out of 4. So remember this number because it's going to be important. Hopefully you can answer the question. And I think it's the last one. Okay, so hopefully that'll help you, and be safe. I will be uploading more videos. Gracias.